5 of the sexiest fragrances for men on a budget, ranked by Erica.
Man, let's do it.
So I'm sure you know Erica if you're here on YouTube. She has a channel called Ode to Erica. It's going to be the first link down below in the description box. Definitely make sure to give her a follow, support her. She's making incredible content here on the platform. She's been doing it for a while and she's absolutely killing it. So much respect to you, Erica.
Thank you.
I mean, I really admire what you're doing and I see you are like creating the content very aggressively and you're just kicking butt and taking names. So you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
So,
I'm happy to share my opinions.
Absolutely. And we're glad to be on the receiving end of your opinions. So all of these are sexy. They're huge compliment getters, in my opinion. Some of them mimic the DNA of more popular fragrances. And so I'll let you know what they are. But again, this is for the gentlemen who are on a budget. Is it possible to win Erica over if you're on a budget?
I mean, I'll tell you now, yes.
Okay, so you're not into like crazy expensive material things.
Well, yes and no.
You like nice things, but it's not a
Our last video is Opal.
That's what I mean.
The Victorious. But if it's good, it's good. It doesn't matter how much it costs, you know.
You're right. So just for context, for the people watching this video, we had done a video prior to this, and one of her favorite fragrances in that whole lineup was Opal by Bodicea the Victorious. And that fragrance is $1,200. And right until I revealed the #1 fragrance, she was saying that's her favorite. And so we want to see, do we have to drop $1,000 on a fragrance to impress Erica, or can we impress her with a $30 fragrance that we bought on Amazon? So we'll see. I'm hoping that you haven't tried these fragrances before. I'm just going to show you what they are because we did the blind video, so this is going to be the open eye video. I don't even know what to call it. But the first fragrance, and I think this is incredibly sexy because it is modeled after a really popular fragrance that I truly love. And this one is by Paris Corner and it's called Farah. Okay. Have you ever tried this?
I don't think I've tried anything from Paris Corner, period.
Yeah. So. This is more of a TikTok brand. Okay, well, so I don't think it's getting a lot of
As you know, I'm not very TikTok savvy, so.
Yet.
We're working on it.
So it doesn't matter if it's blind or if it isn't blind, because at the end of the day, I don't think she's tried a lot of these. I know one for a fact you have tried because we did a video on it together. So
this is really nice. It smells familiar, but it doesn't really smell like one particular thing. It smells like a mix of a lot of things. It's kind of boozy, spicy, but like resinous, like kind of, I don't know, like there's some sort of like airy vibe to it that's really nice, like saffron-y, kind of sparkling.
Damn, you have a good nose. Do you know what this is trying to be?
My first guess when it opened was like side effect.
Yeah, it's supposed to be side effect.
But it's not. It's not really a side effect.
So you're right, it does its own thing. You are gonna get that booziness of the rum, but there's this gentle amber in the dry down.
It kind of gives me like Camera and side effect.
Ah, okay. I like that.
Nice.
So if you had to give it a rating 1 out of 10, what would you rate it?
On a man.
On a man. And should a gentleman be buying this fragrance?
You know, honestly, I'm going to give it a solid 6.
Okay.
It's not great.
Okay.
To me. It's not bad. It's not bad.
We can do better.
We can do better, hopefully.
So we have a few other options to consider here, but this one, it's okay, but it didn't fully take it's mid. And she's not even capping. I don't know. I thought we were using like Gen X lingo or whatever. So
Gen X, I thought we were on Gen Z.
Gen Z. I don't even know what the gens are anymore. Like, I don't even know what I am.
I'm a millennial. I'm right on the cusp, 96. So like, I could be either or.
You're quite young.
Hope I'm a
You're young,
millennial. That's subjective.
It's subjective, yeah, I suppose it is. Well, I'm an 80s baby, so...
Well, you look like a 90s baby, so...
Erica, I'm going to have you on the channel so much more often now. So you've tried this one.
Yeah.
This is Fakar Platine. Have to be careful with how I pronounce the name of this fragrance. So this one, just for the folks at home, this is inspired by YSL's Y L'Elixir. So it's a very spicy ginger fragrance with a lot of citrus, a little fruity, some tonka bean in the dry down.
It's really, really, really good. And I have to say, I've tried the Y L'Elixir a million times and This is way, way, way better. Once again, not exactly the same, but it takes that DNA, I guess, and makes it better somehow, some way.
I feel like they amped up the freshness. They toned down whatever that oud thing was supposed to be in there. Not to mention that the YSL...
Wait, I do like the elixir. What am I talking about?
No, you do like it.
The one that I don't like, oh, it's all making sense. These names and these flankers, you guys, are insane.
There's so many.
My favorite is Y Eau de Parfum. I liked the elixir, but the one that I don't love is the Y Le Parfum. That's the one that I don't love.
Yeah, and you know, it's funny because both of those names, L'Elixir and Le Parfum, they're so nebulous where like if you share them with somebody, they're gonna be like, okay, so which one is the stronger of the two?
Yeah.
What does Le Parfum mean? Why couldn't it just be Parfum?
As soon as you said, ooh, that's when it clicked. Yeah, no, I do like Y the elixir, but I think this is still better. It feels stronger, it feels more powerful in like the essence of it, not necessarily just in performance, but I like it. Fresh, but a man with presence.
I like that. I really like that. You know what? Let's do something very fun, very impromptu. So I have a brand new, I bought two. That's how crazy I am. I was in Dubai and I ended up getting a second bottle.
It's your lucky day, guys.
This fragrance, and I'm gonna keep it to myself. I'm kidding. No. Can you imagine that long-winded introduction for that? Let's do a giveaway for the continental US. All you have to do is subscribe to me, subscribe to Erica, and then drop a comment down below with which of these 5 fragrances would you be the most interested in trying. And also, just for verification and anti-spam reasons, just comment down with what state you're from, all right? And then in 1 week's time, I'm gonna pin the winning comment to the top of the comment thread. So it's gonna say pinned by Redolessence. And also, you're gonna see that verification check mark next to my name. There's a lot of scammers. Please don't fall for their tricks, especially on YouTube. You gotta get your act together. So one person is gonna take this home. This is your favorite so far.
Yeah, such a generous guy.
It's
so
okay.
Nice of
what
you.
am I gonna do with 2 bottles? You know, I love giving back. So if this is my way to share the proverbial wealth with people, then so be it. There are people who are rich, and then there are people who are wealthy. The rich people have money, the wealthy people have love, they have experiences, they have friends, they have moments. So, you know, I'm all about creating wealth, not richness.
So philosophical.
I know, thank you. I am Greek after all, right? I'm a modern day Aristotle.
Fragrance reviews by day, motivational speaker by night.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Thank you for believing in me. So this one, a lot of gentlemen say this does well on them.
I've never seen that bottle, but I'm going to tell you that cap is reminding me, it's pinging some PTSD for me.
I am so, and it's magnetic too. That makes it even worse. So the good news is that this is not anything like Sauvage. And this is a pineapple-based fragrance, but it's also nothing like Aventus. This is actually quite an original DNA. This is by Latafa, and it's called Khaed Al Fursan.
That is interesting.
Yep.
I've seen this name dropped in my comments a million times.
This one is very good.
I've never smelled it before. It is very good. There is something slightly Sauvage-esque, but slightly. Not so much Aventus-y, but it is more just like a really pulpy, juicy pineapple
It's
in a
very
manly
fruity.
way.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. I like that.
Do you prefer it over this though?
See, it's so hard to pick because it's such total different occasions. This is more like everyday signature clean. This is more like a date night.
Yeah.
When you want to be sexy.
All right, so you're out with a guy right now. Which one of these is he wearing? You get to pick.
Platine.
Okay, platine. Good.
I don't know what it is about that.
Khaed Al Fursan is great. They also have one called Untamed, which is their version of Versace Eros Najim. Have you tried that fragrance? Yeah, it's supposed to be like a more like exotic take on the original, like amber and oud and stuff like that. So this next brand, thank goodness they rebranded, because these bottles are quite familiar. Yeah. But this does not smell like a Xerjoff, but it does smell like another really popular niche fragrance. You might be able to guess it because I know you have a very discerning nose, but this one is by Einache Parfum and it's called Royal Noir Absolute. Now, the thing with this one is it's actually, I think it's the most expensive one on this list. It is very strong, I will admit. This one lasts on my skin like 10 hours. And this one, I think last I checked online, it was like $62, $63. $200. So it's not as affordable as the rest, but
All right. Well, my honest thought, it smells like, I don't want to curse. It smells like a really bad wannabe Aventus, but then it also smells like a tragically depressing, god-awful version of Absolute Aventus. That's my take on that.
so this is, so this is the brand's take on Absolute Aventus. And, okay, so, yeah.
No.
You don't like it?
No.
We'll try again when she's blindfolded, and I'm sure she's going to have a different opinion. I'm kidding.
Excuse me.
I'm only teasing. Look, that's what I welcome on this channel. I'm so glad that you're keeping it real. If you hate it, you hate it. If you love it, you love it. So far, it seems like the brand new Fakar Platine by Latafa is doing phenomenally well. The people who have bought it and tried it and worn it and reported back, they all love it. So, and for the summertime, it's a no-brainer.
Perfect.
Do you know this one?
No.
Okay, by Tralia, this is Absolute Noir. And I think it's a huge compliment getter. I think the gentleman, it's very inexpensive. And I think the gentleman would enjoy this one and appreciate it. You know, there's a there's a lid for every pot, as the expression
There's an ass for every seat.
Yes.
There's a seat for every ass.
Yes.
But that goes without saying for any fragrance on earth, you know? So subjective. This is better.
Yeah, okay.
I will say it's
Good.
better.
This one I bought on Amazon. I think it was like $28. The price always fluctuates
bad.
though. No, for a 3.4 ounce, it's an eau de parfum as well. This opens up with a bit of like a Latafa Assad vibe. And Assad is supposed to be Sauvage Elixir, but without all that heavy-handed spice. But then it dries down into an Absolute Aventus-esque DNA. So it's kind of like a hybrid of Assad and Absolute Aventus.
Here's what I think. If you want a fragrance and you have $28 to your name, you probably shouldn't spend it on a fragrance. But if you're dead set, get that. But
I'm keeping everything in there.
but nothing tops the real thing.
I know.
Nothing comes close to the real Absolute Aventus, which is so expensive. You can find it cheaper online, discounters, whatever.
I know. I think Gift Express had it for like a little over $2, if I'm not mistaken.
Worth every single penny.
And you can use the code RED10 to save 10% off. It is not a commission code. I don't make any commission off of it, but I did want to get people a really good deal. So
I didn't even know that. That's like the cheapest I've ever.
Yeah. No, it's pretty, I mean, it's been around for a while now, but
Yeah, true.
my question is, if you had to choose one between these two.
No brainer.
Really?
110%.
I mean, I know YSL DNAs do incredibly well in terms of
ladies
sexiness
especially,
and compliments and mass appeal and versatility. And so this is your favorite and you're sticking with it.
By far. Like by far.
Good. Well, that makes me very happy. And I think that's going to make a lot of people out there very happy, especially considering the fact that it's brand new and it's super affordable. It's incredibly strong. The presentation is gorgeous. Atomizer works very well. Name is a bit hard to pronounce for the non-Arabic speaking folks out there, but I have a lot of respect for the brand Latafa. And if you smell the stuff that they're coming out with in the next few months, they are, it's
Big
nuts.
things coming.
It is nuts. But anyway, thank you so much for being on the channel, Erica.
Of course.
Let's try not to knock anything off the shelves. I'm always careful with that. Yeah. So once again, Latafa's information, Erica's information is going to be down below. My God. Well, the Latafa information is going to be down below as well. So check that out if you're interested in getting it.
And enter the giveaway.
And enter the giveaway. So thankfully, you ended up, I mean, even if this weren't your favorite, I still would have been giving it away because I just don't need 2 bottles of this stuff. So once again, just a friendly reminder, all you have to do to participate in the giveaway is follow Erica, subscribe to my channel as well, drop a comment down below with which of these 5 are you the most interested in trying, and then just let me know what state you're from. Are you from Alabama? Are you from Iowa? Are you from California? This way, when I email you and you're telling me, oh, could you ship it to Georgia, please? I'm not doing it, right? I want to know where you're from. There's a lot of scammers out there. I want to make sure that this is going to the rightful winner. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and thank you for being here. If you took anything of value from today's episode, I would really appreciate it if you would consider supporting the channel by clicking subscribe, hitting the bell, and giving this video a thumbs up. It would mean a lot. Thanks again. I love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new episode.
Bye.
Bye.